life is dramatically different because of Arbonne. Dramatically improved because of Arbonne. I have learnt so much in my 3 years with Arbonne. I have learnt more than 33 years on the planet. It's made me a better person. It's made my life so much more exciting. We've been able to travel. I've been able to read so many more books. I've been able to network with incredible people, connect, make friends with incredible people. All of these things that I thought were possible for my life, I just didn't know how they were actually going to happen. And they happened in little spurts along the way with different things that I was doing, but nothing compares to having the support and the community and this sisterhood and brotherhood that is the Arbonne community all over the world. And to have a piece of that to call your own as well, that you are inviting a family to come together, and that all of us as independent consultants, whether you've been in this business for a long time, whether you've just found out about this business now, whether this is something that you're thinking I'd like to do, you have a chance to tap into what already exists in Arbonne and to create the future of Arbonne, which is really, really cool. They really listen to us as vice presidents. They listen to all the consultants in the field, but when I went regional vice president and what I hear from the national vice presidents is that the decisions are made based on what we need, what we are hearing on the field or experiencing in the field. And that's the way companies should run. They should run based on feedback from the people who are face-to-face with the customers and are hands-on with the customers and who are seeing the changes happen and transform in people's living rooms, or over a cup of coffee. So it's everything from changing business structure and compensation and the way rewards are given, to the way that products function or particular products that need to be evaluated and looked at and perhaps changed to keep up with the times or eliminated completely. So that's incredible. That's a huge benefit in having an Arbonne business. But just the personal growth, the personal benefit of I was able to retire within 6 months of starting my Arbonne business. And I want to define the word retire. It's not stop working completely and do nothing. I think that would be super boring. For some people it's like, yes, that's all I want to do. But you would still be doing something. You'd still be communicating to someone about something. And you would still have some kind of income, whether that's passive or savings or anything like that, coming in and feeding you, basically. Even if that is on a silver platter with a palm frond fan on some spectacular beach somewhere. But I literally was able to leave our traditional IT business within 6 months, and that was on my 30th birthday. So I started the business in January of 2014, and on June 30, I turned 30 that year and was able to say to my partner, I'm out, I'm done. And he swiftly followed, which is amazing because it's had a trickle-on effect, and that is another because of Arbonne light bulb moment is being able to live how you want to live and live fully and embrace life and go on all these changes. And actually, you might challenge people at first. They might be a bit like, well, who said she could do that, And I think that a lot of people are smart enough to realize that it can be permission. instead of, they're not, someone who changes is not out to hurt you. They're just wanting to live a better life for themselves, and in that there's permission for you to go and live your best life. And that's what happened with Ben. At first, he was very skeptical, he was very protective, he was very cautious about this Arbonne thing that was keeping me glued to my phone. And I was glued to my phone because it was exciting. There were people's lives who were truly changing because of what we had shared with them, or what I had shared with them, and what Arbonne was able to give to them and teach them. And so seeing that has been a massive reward, and it's given, not just my teammates permission to go and do amazing things and be amazing, and start really questioning, oh, do I want to live this life, and do I want this job, and do what is it that I actually want to strive for, and what impact do I want to have, and what legacy do I want to leave. But it's also challenged Ben and given him permission to know himself better, to really to ask himself what he is lit up about, like what really lights you up. That is so powerful. And whether that's someone takes a little bit of that and says, Sam's looking great, I'm going to start looking after myself better, fantastic. Whether someone sees me losing weight and they say, you know what, if she can do it, I can do it, I'm so doing that, and they do that, fantastic. If they see me starting to travel more and make decisions like, I used to not, decision making for me was a big thing for the smallest things, because I felt like if I moved or I changed something, I was letting someone down. And I've just recently moved state and done it quite suddenly and quite easily, and not having to ask permission for other people in my life whether I can be who I want to be anymore, and whether I can do what I want to do anymore. I'm just going ahead and doing it because it's my life, right? And that can be inspiring, to inspire someone to just let go of all cut the ties of the things that they think are holding them back, and just float up like the balloon that they are, and the star that they are. Just be that beacon of what they want to live, how they want to live their life, and what they want to do, and that will it will give them energy that will shine out of them like light beams, and it will be super, super contagious. That is really, really, like, because of Arbonne, I am free. You know what I mean? Like, our future, the decisions that we get to make now about where are we going to live next, and should we go and get a job doing promotional work? That would be fun. Like, we're just able to explore all sorts of different things without the ties to finances, or is this going to be a huge mistake in my career? We get to explore things like investing and different coaching programs and different personal development programs, where you meet other people and you can collaborate with other people that take you down paths that you never thought that you could go down. And for me, creatively, that's been really refreshing, because instead of having my creativity stifled by that need to make money and produce things that only will sell, producing frangipanis at one stage absolutely made me vomit because it was like, that's what's popular and that's what everyone wants, so if you make them, you will sell them. And I did. And now I just get to make things that makes me happy, or that is a story about me, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense to anyone else. That is the true art that it has to come out of all of us, whether you're creative or not. I hope you can get that metaphor. It's like you all have a story, and you all have something within you that is so unique and so you, that you just have to get that out freely in whatever sense, like whether that's through dance, or whether that's through travel, or whether that's through standing on stage and speaking about certain things, or releasing a book, or whatever. taking away that financial pressure and that pressure of what will everyone think of me, and this is the kind of life, this is the right way I'm meant to live. Take all that away, and it's very, very freeing. So, yeah, because of Arbonne, I am me, and I'm very happy to be.